2 months after my divorce, I thought I was finally free. Free from the arguments, the silent treatments, the sleepless nights where my heart ached more than my body ever could. But then one evening, just as the sun had melted into the horizon, there was a knock at my door. And when I opened it, I froze. Standing there was her sister, the very woman who had barely spoken to me during my marriage. She looked nervous, her hands twisting the strap of her purse, her eyes darting away from mine as if she was carrying a secret that was too heavy to hold. I didn't know whether to invite her in or shut the door. But the words she whispered next made that decision for me. She said, "We need to talk. It's about my sister." I felt my chest tighten. For 2 months, I had tried to erase her name, her face, her voice from my mind. But here it was again, crashing into my life like an unexpected storm. I let her in. She sat on the edge of my couch, staring at the floor, as though rehearsing her next words. "You don't know the full story," she said quietly. And just like that, my anger began to stir. Full story? After years of betrayal, lies, and humiliation, what story could possibly make sense of it all? Yet deep down, I knew I wanted answers. Answers to the questions that had haunted me every night since the divorce. She started slowly, cautiously. "My sister wasn't always honest with you," she admitted. I laughed bitterly. "Tell me something I don't know." But then her eyes lifted, sharp and almost trembling. "No, you don't understand. She lied about why she left you. She lied about the divorce." My heartbeat quickened. I leaned forward. The sister's voice cracked as she continued. "She told you she wanted freedom, that she was unhappy, that she had fallen out of love. But that wasn't it." My fists clenched. For 2 months, I had believed I wasn't enough, that I had failed as a husband. And now, this woman was telling me it was all a lie. Her words spilled out like a confession she had held for far too long. "She left because of me," she said. My mind went blank. "What do you mean?" I asked, my voice sharper than I intended. She swallowed hard. "She knew I had feelings for you for years. She saw it in my eyes, in the way I tried to avoid you, in the way I couldn't hide my jealousy. She thought leaving you would make everything easier for both of us." The room spun. I shook my head in disbelief. "That doesn't make sense," I muttered. But deep inside, memories began to resurface. Small glances, awkward silences, moments that I had brushed aside as nothing. The air between us grew heavier. I stared at her sister, searching for signs of deceit. "So, you're saying my marriage ended because of you?" She nodded painfully. "Not because I wanted it, but because she thought it was the only way." My anger, my grief, my confusion twisted together until I could barely breathe. Part of me wanted to throw her out, slam the door, and erase the moment. But another part, a dangerous part of me, wanted to know more. "Why are you telling me this now?" I asked. Her answer was simple, almost whispered. "Because I can't stop thinking about you. And I don't want to live in lies anymore." I felt my stomach turn. Was this some kind of sick joke? My ex-wife's sister, sitting on my couch, confessing feelings she had buried for years. I rubbed my temples, pacing across the room. "Do you realize how insane this sounds?" I asked. But she only nodded. "I know. I've told myself 1,000 times it was wrong. But watching you suffer after the divorce, knowing the truth, it destroyed me too." Her eyes glistened with tears, and for the first time, I didn't see her as my ex's sister. I saw her as a woman breaking under the weight of her own heart. Silence stretched between us. My mind raced back to the nights I had spent alone, replaying every fight, every cruel word my ex-wife had thrown at me. Now, sitting in front of me was the one person who claimed to know the truth behind it all. She reached for my hand, trembling. "I don't expect you to forgive me. I don't expect you to feel the same. But I had to tell you." Her touch burned, not with fire, but with a kind of forbidden electricity I couldn't ignore. My heart waged war against my mind. I pulled my hand back, trying to regain control. "Even if what you're saying is true, even if she left because of this, it doesn't erase the pain. It doesn't erase the betrayal." She nodded. "I know. but maybe it can heal something else. I looked at her, really looked at her, and for the first time I realized this wasn't just about the past. It was about the future. Could I truly let go of the resentment? Could I open a door to something I had never expected, never dared to imagine? The clock ticked loudly in the background, marking the weight of the moment. Finally, I broke the silence. "What do you want from me?" I asked. She hesitated, then whispered, "A chance." My chest tightened. A chance. The word felt both dangerous and liberating. 2 months ago, I thought my life had ended with that divorce. But now, in this unexpected twist, there was a new path opening before me. One filled with risks, judgment, and shadows of the past, but also with possibility. I stood there, staring at her, my ex-wife's sister, the woman who had just unraveled everything I thought I knew. My heart beat wildly, torn between anger, fear, and something I couldn't quite name. Maybe this was fate's cruel joke. Or maybe it was the universe offering me a second chance, in the most unlikely form. As she waited for my answer, I realized that my story wasn't over. In fact, it was only beginning.